Go ahead.
Uh, yeah, once again from the great minds and nine talking about. It's 4 for 10. Got the homie Latifah. You go by Latifah?
hmm You got
Okay,
it. Or T.
okay, okay. You introduce yourself as T?
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right, where you from? What's your hood? What's your squad? What you repping?
So I'm actually from Camden, New Jersey, but I live in Duval. So that's where I'm currently at, and that's what I'm repping.
Okay,
But overall, that's
okay,
it.
okay. You played sports growing up?
I did. I did track and I also did flag football as well.
Okay, okay. Anytime somebody bring up track, what events did you run?
I did the 200, the 4x1, and the 4x4.
Okay, okay. Any college or semi afterwards?
No.
Okay, okay. Who put you on the flag? Who brought you out?
So it was actually my husband. He go by Savage. But he the one that got me involved into the big adult flag community. I didn't know they had any leagues like that. He also was the one that purchased my camera and got me doing what I love. So
Okay, okay. Do you still play?
no, like
Okay,
I'll jump in and out here and there at a rec league or something, but I
okay.
didn't have kids.
All right, we'll jump into the 10 question. What's your favorite format to film or shoot?
I'm gonna just say five is non-contact.
Okay,
That's
okay,
men's and women's. I perfectly love it.
okay. Which position gives you the best material? Quarterback, receivers, DBs, sideline,
DBs,
DBs?
DBs. Oh
All
yeah.
right, what's your favorite thing to shoot? Because you're available for more than just flag, correct?
I am. So I do, of course, flag. I do softball. I also am going to get into basketball, but I don't do that yet. But I do weddings and stuff as well, which I enjoy doing weddings more than anything. But when it comes to sports, it's flag.
Okay, okay. When did you realize your camera skills could do more than just be a hobby and turn into a lane or brand of its own?
I realized when I picked it up, when I started 5 years ago, I realized that's what it was, and that's what it was
Okay,
going to be. hmm
okay. Camera talk for those who may know. What do you shoot with?
I shoot with a Nikon, and as you can see in that picture, and I also shoot with a Sony A7 II, and I just started with that one.
Okay, okay. Photography or videography? Do you even distinguish between the two?
So I actually am, I switched it up. So I do not no longer go by Top Notch Photography anymore. I'm Top Notch Productions because I went from photography and I took a year off with this past year. I then had a newborn and I decided I'm like, you know what? Video is the next thing. It's always something that's out there that you got to keep growing with the community.
Okay.
So now I'm doing videos. I do both.
So how's that transition been going?
Hard. And I'm
What's the
gonna be
hardest
honest,
part?
it's very hard. It's the hard part is mostly trying to learn your camera on how to get your settings right. Now, as far as tracking the ball and everything, I can do that, but without knowing your settings in your camera, the tracking it can make it blurry, it can make it too fast. It's like you gotta learn your settings. And then like trying to figure out editing because I don't edit really any of my work. So doing videos, you have to edit, and that's something I'm not used to.
Okay, okay. Best and worst tournaments you've been to? I mean, from you,
Cool.
far as like everything was working for you, the weather was good, or the weather was terrible. People kept getting in your way. You kept getting the good shots, the best shot. What was the best tournament? What was your
So
worst?
the best tournament for me, I have to go with the Worlds of 2020, I think four was when. I'm sorry, my youngest just woke up.
Mhm.
Was 2024. I believe that was the best time. That's when I just started going out. I can get every picture there was. It was nobody in my way. I'm getting the up tops, the booties in the face, the everything. It was all over. The worst one I gotta say, and it's more so because of transitioning would have to be this year Worlds. And I'm not saying like the whole organization was fun. It was more so it was challenging for me because it was very tough trying to get those angles and videoing and also trying to like figure out what's the most important view in video. Photography, I got the eye for.
Okay,
In video, I can do like walk around, get clips of everybody having fun, but doing those reels is the hardest for me.
okay, okay. That's adjustment.
hmm
How'd you end up being part of the media team for Worlds?
It was because of Unc, Eric. He is the one that I had met at, I don't know if it was another Weekend Warriors or no, it wasn't Weekend Warriors. Sorry. It was a USA tournament. And I just happened to come across him, and he knew, of course, J Day and Tiff and people that I associate myself with, Pablo and them. So I got into it. He seen my pictures. And long story short, someone else tried to use my photos, and he was the one that was like, "Hey, do you know somebody who's using your work?"
Mm.
So he put me on game, and he also introduced me to other people. So because of him, that's how I got part of the media team, and I've been on it for 4 years in a row.
Okay. Yeah, well, salute to him.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes,
I actually did a 4 for 10 with him. So yeah, that's salute to him.
that's my own. And Charles, of course, the owner, he just keeps me coming every year, so I work directly with him now.
That's dope. That's dope. Salute
Hmm.
to you for that, man.
Thank
All
you.
right. What tells you a big play is about to happen before the snap? Is it formation, body language, chaos? How do you
The
know?
chaos. It's
Oh,
the chaos. So you just know, like, I think more so the excitement is during the bracket. So pool plays, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but the bracket is where the intensity come from. And you can just tell right when the play is about to start. You'll see
mm,
like a quarterback look at one person and they over there going back and forth, or you can see the ruckus going on in the field with the defense and the offense. So I'm like, oh, somebody about to up top somebody, or somebody's about to get, in the dirt or something. So that's how I can tell when it's gonna be really good, or we know like it's a close game
mm,
and there's only like one play left in the game, and it's either gonna be,
yeah,
up top or somebody just pitching back and forth. So either way, it's gonna be nice.
that's dope. I never thought about the fact that. I mean, I always think about the fact that what are y'all seeing that we're not seeing? But
Yeah.
like what I mean, we think we see the quarterback look at the receiver, but the way you're seeing it is a lot different than we're thinking. Like he going there. It's like nah, it's about
No, no, really, he going over that way. You better be ready or you better get mossed. And look, I'll be talking mess, and that's why I have to like stay in the background because I'm like, oh my God, I done said this. Gotta mute this now because it just sounds terrible.
Uh, what's a moment you caught on camera that looked small? What's a moment you caught on camera that looked small? My bad. What's a moment you caught on camera that looked small live, but was big when you rewatched it?
Hmm,
Or was it a
I'm
situation
trying
where
to
you can't
see.
wait to get to the reels because of this one picture that you took? And I guess it's the
Well,
other way around.
honestly, I can say, put it in that way. It was like the first video I ever really took, and it was of Neat Neat.
Mm,
And it was like Keith was throwing, it was like during the championship game at Worlds, and Keith had threw I don't know, it was like a pitch back going on, and he threw it up top. And Neat just mossed it. Like
mm,
she just,
mm.
ugh. And I was like, oh, I got it, I got it. Like I was, because I even told people next to me, I'm like, yo, back up, because I know the sideline finna go crazy.
Yeah.
And I just needed the end zone view. And now I was like, I gotta get this in video because I know it's finna go crazy.
Mm.
And oh, it was like perfect. Like my quality was probably trash, and I did not care. I'm like, bump this, I got it, went back and looked at it. I was like, oh. Nick was like, let's go, let's go. And it's always with her that I get good like videos with that I'm not even expecting. And then when I
Okay.
go back to I'm like, oh crap, oh shit, this is wrong. Like, and I even asked her and Keith, like, what song should I pick with this? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
So in that moment, it was perfect. That was the most, oh yeah. I
Mm.
remember like it was yesterday.
Is that thinking about that you brought up music? Is that an adjustment you had to learn also about the fact that now you
Yes.
have to find a sound basically?
Yeah, that's the hardest thing for me even till today because I can post certain things and certain things will go, especially for the females because I am a female.
Mm,
So it's like certain music, we know how to put the hype to it. We know how to, we like certain beats. Certain things will go good. Like I can pick Glow to anything. I can pick Cardi to anything. Even like what? You go to even Mariah Carey you want to. You get
mm,
what I'm saying? I can go to that. But when it comes to guys trying to figure out what they listen to and their genre, it's like, yeah, you can pick anything to it, but at the same time, you can't because it could be offensive to them,
yeah.
or it just doesn't go right with the video.
And
So it's like,
that's
dang,
funny because it's like, yeah, like you said, you could pick glow and glow white. It probably go, but that don't mean that dude gonna repost it because you got glow on it.
because I got glow on it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the females, they're gonna repost it. And don't get me wrong, the guys will probably do it too, but it's like, all right, you pushing it. So it's more so the fact it's like, how do you try to pick out a song that's not one that you already used before,
Hmm.
not trying to just hop on to the next sound that somebody else already used, especially they used it like 2 minutes before you post your video. So it's like trying to figure out your taste as well. So that's where I'm struggling at, but I'm gonna get it.
That's what's up.
And me, I like party music. Like I'm Jersey club, like kind of Baltimore club. Like I like the beats just going, going,
Yeah,
going. But I'm like, everybody ain't on that. Some want to listen to, I don't know, Wiz Khalifa or something. I don't know. So
yeah.
it's just trying to figure out everybody in their character, I guess, what they listen to.
That's dope. Just hearing the that side of the picture we just saw on Instagram. Like we
Mhm.
didn't. But a lot of times you don't think about all that goes into it, or that video you just watched on Instagram, and how it went perfectly, the beats and all this look. But you don't know how that person was struggling. It was just a hot
Exactly.
song, and you thought it was easy. But no, I went through like 4 or 5 to pick this one. Like,
You
yeah,
don't know. Went through a struggle trying to get to this. I was on it for 5 days trying to figure this out.
got everything else done, just the goddamn song. Like,
Is the song. And it's like once you get, like you said, everything else out the way, you be like, damn, what's gonna hit right with this? Do we just leave the original sound or we add some beats? And again, me learning how to do all this, so you gotta buzz it in at the right timing. I
mm,
haven't even
mm,
downloaded music into my system yet. So I'm like, I'm just going off of what Instagram is giving me or whatever I'm getting it from. And I'm like, oh, this is stressful. So, and I want to ask sometimes like, hey, what music do you want with your video? But a time, 9 times out of 10, people want raw clips because they want to post it. And don't get me wrong, it's fine when they post and they collab with me as well. But some people don't collab,
mm,
and that lose out on my, people boosting my page up,
yeah.
giving me more followers. And that's why I'm just trying to grow.
Because it's all a learning process.
Oh yes.
That's dope. All right, quick break from the 4th and 10. Remember, this game isn't just played on the field, it's captured behind the lens, too. If you haven't checked out our Talking About Flag the Culture Series episode with our media creators, go tap in and hear from the people helping tell the story of this flag thing of ours. All right, back to the convo. A couple quick hitters. Best celebration you filmed.
I would have to say it was, I don't know, if it was with 8 packs or it was the females for sure in world competition. Which one was it? Um, it was like a picture I did. It was like a big celebration, but I made it into like a small little video. But I knew it was with Kennedy as well. So it was one of the girls that was in there. I
Okay,
can't think of everything at the top of my
I got
head.
you. I got you. Worst weather you've had to film in.
Oh, definitely had to be where else when it was pouring, raining, cold. And that was last year and this year.
Have you had to make an adjustment to that? Like, I guess, when did you learn that you had to buy that to deal with rain and
Oh,
storm?
yeah. So you definitely have to get a cover for your camera. Point blank period. I have like it's almost like a plastic bag. But I used to get like a whole cover when I realized that just is too much
Mm,
because you can't really see. So I got a cover just for the lens part because the body part is mostly already covered up anyway with my hands.
okay.
And I also had to get, which I call it like a snuggle blanket. It's pictures of me, anything. I don't care how I look. I gotta be warm. I don't care. And if it's raining, it's raining. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But I definitely have one of those big old things on and even like put a poncho over top of it sometimes. So I'll make it work. I even walk with an umbrella, taking pictures, holding it like this, looking all crippled, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta get that shot. Okay, okay. Play you replayed the most to yourself.
I would have to say I actually haven't had any that I replay myself. As far as my pictures going back, it's always going to be the one which is posted almost every year is when the girl is on her butt and I don't know, you have to go to my Instagram. I actually could pull it up if you want me to, but it's like a girl sitting on the ground looking like she's lost when another girl just made a play on her. So
Mm,
it's actually really funny and it goes crazy every year, but that's like one of my favorite ones. And also with J-Day catching up topping. So I don't know.
them too.
Those two I could just like repost it, reshare it every year. I don't care. It's just the
Right.
best ones.
Okay, okay. What's one thing about your game you're still working on improving?
Everything. Everything. You never stop improving. And you have to, because if you feel like you've done accomplished everything, you don't have nowhere else to go. There's always something to accomplish. There's always something to, improve on. So even with my pictures, yes, I get told I have one of the best pictures or the greatest pictures in flags, but it's always something that I'm missing.
Mm,
So you always want to make sure you sharpen up your images, or you want to probably get a closer view, or you want to get more still views. Like there's always something to improve on. Same thing with videos. That's something I'm doing now. So got to.
gotcha. I like that. All right. Which is the most photogenic moment? Golden hour lighting, cloudy overcast, or night game field lights? What's the perfect environment?
I'm gonna say the cloudy actually because it don't make it too bright and it don't make it too dark. It
Mhm.
gives you that like natural kind of lighting, and I'm all for natural lighting anyway. And it makes you adjust your angles and like even your settings a little bit to the exposure. So I think that's for me the best kind.
Okay, okay. On the flip side, what's the worst? Someone walking in front of the perfect shot, your camera dying right before overtime, or you tracked a perfect ball and the receiver dropped it.
Oh, that too. But it definitely has to be when my camera dies. It does it almost every time and I don't realize it. And I'm like, crap, I left my battery in my bag. So it is like if I don't get it in time, I don't miss so much. And that to me is the worst thing in history. And that's something I'm still learning to do, even to this day. Don't go nowhere without having two or three batteries in your pocket and two or three SIM cards in your pocket. So
And it's funny because that happens to a lot of people with the camera, but it's not as simple as just having the batteries in the SIM cards, is it? Like it's sometimes it's just you're out there that long and you took that many shots. It's just a lot of
and
stuff
you get
going to
tired, but see, me, it's really just the batteries in his SIM card because I
that.
love taking pictures. I love doing what I do. So, and that I tell everybody that that's something I'm genuinely have a passion for is doing media stuff. So, to me, if I don't have my batteries in SD cards, I'm losing my mind. I'm contacting, hey, you got an extra battery? We done did this past the other weekend ago, and it was me and like other media people like. Yo, you got an extra battery? Like, nah, bro, I just had to call that person because they got the same battery you got. And then that person had the same battery I got. Like, we had to go through it like bad. Like, can you go run in there and plug that
It's dope
in?
that you see that someone else making that same mistake I be making.
Look, and I'm not the only one. And it's some of the greatest. Like,
Mhm.
I feel as though there is always someone better than me out there. And I look up to them. I don't feel like anybody's in competition or I don't have any competition with nobody. So me, I'm over here like if they're doing it, I know I'm not the only one doing it. So it makes me feel a little bit better, like, oh, the greatest are doing this too. So
That's dope. That's
it's kind of funny.
all right. I see you said you're back. So what's next for Top Notch Productions?
It is definitely going to be videos. I'm going to actually try to do a podcast. So I get told over and over I have the voice for it. They hear me talking shit in the game, like me just doing stuff like that. It was like, you should actually make a podcast. So I've been told this for the past 4 years. And I'm like, I guess it's just time to expand a little bit. I'm
Okay.
just nervous of being in the camera. So even doing this, I'm like freaking out.
Okay. Well, I hope I'm helping you get over that little fear there, because ain't nothing but just doing nothing but
Okay.
talk about something you
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, that's something I do like too. So
But yeah, that's 4 for 10. I enjoyed this, yo.
thank you. I appreciate being here. If you need me for anything else, let me know.
We'll definitely be in touch. And like I said, if you're working on a podcast, let me know if I can help out in any way.
Of
Because
course, of
I'm
course. Oh,
just
I definitely will.
this ain't nothing but just a platform for it's talking about flag. That's basically what it is. Yeah, season's over, but the content ain't stopping. We clearing the vault this week. 4 for 10 episodes dropping back to back, including someone from our recent top 20s list. Talking about Monday through Friday. No days off over here. Now I'm talking about